Hello and welcome to a little walk and talk session with my 1-year-old daughter chirping around in the background. I'm trying something new. I'm currently on a walk around our neighborhood. So there's going to be background noise and birds. And I don't know. The reality is that sometimes a walk and talk brings some of the deep thoughts to the surface for me. You're moving, your body's in motion, and then your mind starts wandering a little deeper and a little deeper. So I thought that this could be a fun way just to have a bit of a raw conversation moment. So join me on a walk as I'm talking and thinking about imperfection and showing up and being present, even when we're in the messy middle. So the thing is that I'm pretty sure that every season of life that I go through is going to be one that I would identify as being in the messy middle. I just do. I think that I am always my own worst critic, and so I'm always aware of the areas that I'm growing or not, or the areas where I'm just messing up. And so if we're always in the process of becoming, if we're never going to reach perfection, as my grandpa would say, this side of heaven, then I just think that figuring out how to be present, which is one of my goals. I want to say it's one of my values, but if I actually look at how I live my life, I don't know if I could say that yet, but it's one of the values that I aspire to live out. It's just right now it's really hard to be present whenever I also am feeling insecure, or I'm feeling like I'm lacking, or I'm questioning, I don't know if I'm questioning my own motives, or I'm like personally hurting, and so I just want to hide. But I think one of the main things is that I enjoy having conversations with people, trying to encourage them. And then there's this voice in the back of my head that says that if you don't have it all together, then you're kind of a fraud. Like, you shouldn't be doing a podcast right now, because who would want to listen to you if they actually followed you around day to day and they saw the mess that you live in mentally and also literally, like in my house, right? All the clutter zones, all the areas where I am clearly imperfect and my organization skills are lacking. Yeah, that because I'm imperfect, I should just be quiet and take a step back until I've got it all together. And that's just not practical, because that's a recipe for staying quiet and passive until we die, right? Because we're never going to have it all together. And I think that that's one of the hardest things for me to do, is to recognize where I'm not quite measuring up in my own mind anyway, and to still show up and be present. It was something that one of my friends pointed out the other day, and it was just such a sweet message, because I was sharing with her that I was feeling kind of insecure and I was feeling away, and that the past few years have been hard for me, where I have just wanted to hide and run away and not be seen, right? Like, I came out of our shows. So if you listen from the beginning, you'll already hear this, but just a quick recap is my husband and I own a magic theater. He's a magician. And whenever I met him, for years afterwards, I was like jumping in the boxes, getting sawn in half, all that fun stuff. But I hit kind of a wall about 4 years ago, where I was so tired of trying to live up to my own, I don't know, how would you say it? My own metric of success when it came to my appearance, specifically. I was tired of trying to be fit enough to be on stage, which I understand how in today's society is kind of like a very dangerous thing to say, because, right, we want to recognize every person for where they are on their journey. And as a friend, I can do that for other people. If someone has a very different physique than I have or had or whatever, I can be totally encouraging and I can view them as a whole person. But geez, when it comes to myself, I can be really critical. And the idea of putting on costumes and getting on stage, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it's not real magic. There are tiny little hidden compartments that you need to be able to fit into to do something. And whenever those tiny little compartments would get tight and uncomfortable, because I was taking up more space, it was really messing with my head. And then I started realizing that I had a long-term fear of gaining weight, of taking up physical space. And so I came out of the show for a long time and started unpacking how I did have my own personal value so closely tied to my appearance, which I cognitively knew would eventually break down regardless, because age catches up to everyone. At some point, my body would not look like a 20-something-year-old that was working out consistently. Like, I knew that I could continue to choose healthy habits, but eventually skin sags, wrinkles form, joints wear out. So I could know all that, but it wasn't translating to my heart. And I did definitely view myself as more shameful if I gained weight. And it was something where I kind of just gave up. And I came off the stage for a hot minute and figuring out how to still be present in life with my family, with my kids, on adventures, even at our theater, right? Not performing in the same capacity, but just showing up, like what that looks like has been challenging. And it's really scary to show up when you're so aware of your own imperfections. And at this point, I'm just talking about the physical ones. I mean, our mental struggles. I was like, I don't really want to be around other people and talk about this stuff, because what if my lies are contagious? What if the things that I believe about myself are catching? I don't want anyone else to be pulled down by my own negative view of self. And so it's been a journey of figuring out how to continue to just show up. And that, going back 4 minutes ago, is what my friend was encouraging me with. She was like, I know you. I know your struggles, at least the ones that you shared with me. I know a lot of them. And you still shown up. You still led the theater. You've still been an active mom. You've had another baby and you love her and you think about how you want her to feel about herself. And you didn't disappear. You may have wanted to, but you didn't. And in some ways, I'm going up a hill right now. This is hard. Pushing a stroller up a hill. Kamika's clapping. Yay, thanks, girl. She's so encouraging. Yeah, it just, even right now, reminds me that I do not have to be perfect in order to take my little girl on a fun ride around the neighborhood where she can wave at all the dogs. That's her favorite pastime right now when we go outside. And I don't have to be fully healed to share love, right? And I can tell that to anyone else. I'm telling it to you. But it's really hard for me to accept that as truth for me. Whenever I don't have it all figured out, whenever I am aware I'm struggling, then I still just want to shut up and hide. But like, if it is true for me, it is true for you. We are all broken on some level. Ain't none of us perfect. And we can still love. And we can still show up. And the world is better with you in it. Imperfect at all right? So, I almost said put that in your pipe and smoke it. Is that appropriate? I don't know. Probably not. All right. I hope that you grow from a place of peace this week. Or rest. Because sometimes growth happens while we're at rest. And that's okay too. Where work and rest are equally revered. It's a song called 3 by Sleeping at Last. And if you also struggle with productivity being your metric for success, you may want to go check that out on Spotify. Sleeping at Last, 3. It's a good one. All right. I hope that you are able to grow and rest from a place of peace this week. Love ya. Mean it.